Good morning, my grade 5 students. How was your day? I hope everything's going well with you. Are you excited as this is the last week for e-learning? Yes, I guess you are. Remember, by the end of this week, your mission as a grade 5 student is over, and you will start a new stage in your life as a middle school student. Right? You will join grade 6 for the academic year 2020-2021. Wow, you have left the elementary stage with big success. So cheer up and never let anything sad let you down. Remember, as I keep on telling you, these days will pass very soon. We have to stay optimistic, cheerful, and positive. Have faith that these days will really become good memories. And to cheer you up, remember there is a surprise waiting for you by the end of this week, and I will announce it, of course, on Class Dojo very soon. Are you ready to start the lesson? Let's go! In today's lesson, we will make mixed review for chapters 6, 7, 8, and 9. And this review will really help you to get ready for grade 6 math. Remember, this is week 8, May 11, 2020. The learning objectives for this lesson is how to simplify fractions from chapter 6, how to multiply fractions from chapter 7, how to divide fractions from chapter 8, and then the last section is ordered pairs, chapter 9. Remember, you can refer to my YouTube channel, Ms. Dima, and you can review these videos. They are really helpful. Anytime you can go back to them and check any part of the lesson that you do not understand. Are you ready to start? Then get your math notebook, your pencil, sharpener, and eraser because we will practice a lot. Now let us start with our first topic, how to simplify fractions, and this is from chapter 6. Now let me ask you this question. What is the difference between these two fractions? Take a closer look. Very good. Most of you noticed that both of these fractions are not simple. Yes, they are not. But the first fraction, you could notice that the numerator is less than the denominator, right? What about the second one? The numerator is greater than the denominator. And in this case, we call this fraction an improper fraction. Excellent. Now we need to do simplification for both fractions because they are not simple. Let us simplify the first case where the numerator is less than the denominator. Remember, simplification means division. I will use the division sign and I will select a factor in which I can divide both the numerator and the denominator by the same number. Did you think of the correct factor that you could divide both numbers by? Excellent, it's number 3. So I divide the upper number by 3 and the lower number by 3. And what's my simple fraction? 3 over 4. Now, some of you might ask me, Ms. Dima, why can't we use another factor other than 3? Can I use 2? Now, the answer is no, because I can divide 12 by 2, but I cannot divide 9 by 2. What about 6? I can divide 12 by 6, but I cannot divide 9 by 6, right? So the factor that I can divide by should be the same for both the numerator and the denominator, and this is 3. This is very simple. Now, can you do this on your own? Please use your math notebook, and this is the fraction 8 over 12, and take few seconds to find the factor. Simplification means division. Very good. You are using division for the numerator and the denominator. Now, which factor did you use? Is it 2 or 4? What do you think? Well done. 4 is the best factor. Now, if you selected 2, this is not wrong. But what happens if you select 2 that your fraction, the answer will not be simple. You have to simplify it in another step. So you will take 2 steps to simplify. But if you select the bigger factor, which is 4, you will get the simple fraction from the first step. Let's try. So how much you got? 2/3. This is the simplest fraction. Excellent, students. Now let's simplify the second case where the numerator is bigger than the denominator. Who remembers the method for simplifying improper fractions? Who remembers? Well done. QRD. Excellent. Quotient, remainder over divisor. How do I do this? Do you remember long division? I can do long division for these 2 numbers, or I can do the clock method, doesn't matter. If you want to see the long division, you can do this step. This is the long division. 12 divided by 9, the answer is 1. 1 times 9 is 9. Subtract, 12 minus 9 is 3. This is my quotient. This is my remainder. This is my divisor. I just put the numbers instead of these letters and I get 1 and 3/9. Quotient, remainder, divisor. Now, stop and have a look at this fraction. There's something about it. Did you notice? Yes, still it's not simple. 3 and 9. I can easily simplify them. And what is the factor? Good job, it's 3. So my answer will be, do not forget the whole number, 1 and 1/3. This is the simple fraction. If you want to use the clock method, you can copy the 9, right? Divide 12 by 9, which is 1. 9 times 1 is 9. How much is left from the 12 is 3. It's the same. Just go back to the previous videos and remember the clock method, right? 9 times 1 is 9, plus 3, 12. Right? This is the clock method. If you want to use the long division, you can also do this. Now, can you do this on your own? Very easy fraction, 20/12. Try to look for the greatest factor. And which one is this? You can use your math notebook. And the same method, QRD. Very good. You did the long division or the clock method and you got this, right? Is that simple? No, it is not. It's not simple. So, which factor do I select? Excellent, 4. Very good. And this is 1 and 2/3. What if you select 2? It's not wrong, but still it's not, the answer will not be simple. You have to go for a further step. So selecting the biggest factor will reduce the time and the effort for finding the simplest fraction. Well done, students. Now let us review the second part of our lesson, which is how to multiply fractions, a very easy topic. Mr. Bob the baker uses 3/4 cup of flour to make 1 small chocolate cake. He needs 5 times as much as this amount of flour to make a big chocolate cake. And this makes sense, students, right? For a small chocolate cake, he needs only 3/4 cup. So it's not a full cup. It's 3/4. But he needs 5 times as much as this amount of flour to make a big chocolate cake for a graduation party. How much flour does Mr. Bob need? So this is the graduation cake that Mr. Bob is planning to make. It's big. He needs more flour than the normal recipe. So I should find keywords here, right? What do I do? Did you find the keyword in the question? Excellent. 5 times as much as. So this clearly indicates that I should do multiplication. I will multiply the numbers in the question, which is a fraction by a whole number. 5 times 3/4. If you want to flip them, that doesn't matter. If you want to start with a fraction at the beginning and the whole number in the last, that doesn't matter, because remember, multiplication is a commutative property. You can switch the numbers. So writing them in any order doesn't matter. Now let's go back to the topic. How can I multiply a fraction by a whole number? what can I do? Remember, there is no need to do any common denominator. So the answer is very easy. I can write 5 as a fraction, 5 over 1, right? Because 5 is the same as 5 over 1. When you divide any number by 1, the answer is the same. Remember, students, fraction always means division. So 5 divided by 1 is 5. 5 over 1 is 5. So it's division in any case. So I can write it in this way. It doesn't change. And then I multiply it by the same fraction, which is 3 over 4. What's the answer? Excellent. 15 over 4. This is not simple, right? Is it? Yes, I should use the QRD, right? Because this is an improper fraction. So if you want to do the long division or the clock method, you will get the same answer, which is 3 over 4, and the unit is cups of flour. So Mr. Baker needs 3 cups and 3 over 4 cup of flour to make a big graduation cake. Now do this on your own, and this is a very easy question. My mom has prepared 3 over 4 liters of smoothie for iftar. I drank 1 over 6 of the smoothie. How many liters of smoothie did I drink? So this is the smoothie that your mom is preparing. Very delicious, and it's not the full jug, it's just 3 over 4 liters, right? If you notice, this is 3 over 4 of the jug. I'm not gonna drink it all. I'll take 1 over 6 of this amount. So I will take some part of this amount. Remember, this is not subtraction, students. The question doesn't say I drank 1 over 6 liters. If the question says I drank 1 over 6 liters of the smoothie, then I will subtract. But the question says I will take a part of this smoothie. I will drink a portion of this smoothie. So what shall I do in this case? Did you find the keyword here? Excellent, of. What did I learn? I should do multiplication when I see the word of. 3 over 4 times 1 over 6. Everything is ready. Numerators, denominators, I directly multiply them. 3 over 24. Stop and look. Is it simple? Are you sure? Yes, it's not simple. Excellent. So what's the factor? Did you figure out? Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4? Is it 6? Which one? Excellent. It's 3. And the answer is 1 over 8. This is the amount of smoothie that I will drink, 1 over 8, and please write the units, liters of the smoothie. Give me a high five for excellent answers. Good job, students. Now, how is it so far? I hope the lesson is going smoothly and easily. Remember, this is review for lessons that you took before. Now, this is the third section, how to divide fractions. If you know how to multiply fractions, you can easily divide fractions. 3 friends will equally share a half piece of cardboard for a science project. What part of the cardboard will each friend get? So we have keywords, equally share, excellent, and this tells me that this is division, right? And this is the 3 friends, and this is the cardboard. It's not a full piece, it's just a half piece. So the 3 friends will cut or will share the half piece of cardboard between them for the science project. Now, do not get confused, students. Remember, this is division. Ordering of the numbers is very important. You cannot start the way you like. So 3 divided by half is not the same as half divided by 3. This is division, right? So which statement is correct? Is it 3 divided by half or half divided by 3? Okay, it's not guessing. Look at the picture. The friends will cut the cardboard. The friends will share the cardboard. So what are you cutting? What are you sharing? Yes, you are sharing the non-living. You are sharing the object. You are sharing a cardboard, a paper, a smoothie. You are sharing a paint or some kind of, let's say, colored papers or glue, right? So I will start with the half piece of cardboard. This is very important. Half divided by 3 equals. Do you remember which step do I use for division? Remember, I'm dividing a fraction by a whole number. Do you remember this statement? A fraction divided by a whole number. But before thinking about the answer, think about the step. Do you remember the step? Do you remember this and this? Yes, something that makes you hungry. KFC. Keep, flip, change. This is what we use for division. Do you remember now? What do I keep? I keep the half. What do I change? I change, right, the division into multiplication. But before that, I need to flip the 3. Keep, flip, change. Keep, flip, change. I flip the 3. How do I flip the 3? Actually, 3 can be written as 3 over 1, right? This is how you write 3 or 5 or 6. It's just you divide them by 1 because the answer is the same. Now, flip them, right? Flip the 3 over 1. It will be 1 over 3, right? And I will change the division into multiplication. Now, this is the lesson that I have just explained right now, multiplying fractions. Let's do it. Excellent. 1 over 6, and don't forget the units, piece. 1 over 6 piece of cardboard. So every friend will get 1 over 6 piece of the half of the cardboard, right? Because this is what they are sharing. Excellent, students. Now try to do this on your own. A very easy example. James has a rope that is 5 yards long. So this is the length of the rope. He will cut the rope equally into pieces. Each piece will measure ½ yard. How many ½ yard pieces of rope can James cut? Again, do not confuse yourself which numbers to start with. Before that, there's the key word here. I will cut, or James will cut the rope equally. Now, which number to start with? Is it the 5 or the half? So which object are you cutting? Yes, I'm cutting the rope. I'm cutting the lengthy rope or the full rope. I'm cutting it into pieces. ½ yard piece, ½ yard piece, ½ yard piece. So at the end, I will get a certain number of pieces which I don't know. I will use division to know how many pieces. 5 divided by half. And yes, it's the same method. KFC. Keep, flip, and change. And the answer is 5 times 2 equals to 10. How many pieces? 10 pieces. Excellent, students. Excellent work. The last section and the fourth section is ordered pairs. This is really a very interesting and easy topics for most of you. Let's start. Do you remember what is this? Yes, this is a coordinate grid. It helps me to locate points. It's like a map, right? Remember the directions? North, south, east and west, or right, left, up and down. Excellent. This is a coordinate grid. But for grade 5, I will focus on this portion of the coordinate grid. And I call it a quadrant, the first quadrant. Why is that? Because this quadrant, okay, deals with positive numbers. In grade 6, you will study that this part of the axis deals with negative numbers, and this part of the y-axis down deals again with negative numbers. Up till grade 5, you have studied positive numbers, but in grade 6, you will cover negative numbers and you will learn how to plot points on all quadrants. Now this is a coordinate grid with numbers on the x-axis and numbers on the y-axis. Yes, and I should write or recognize the ordered pair once I need them. And to write an ordered pair, they should be written in order. First, the x coordinate comma, and then the y coordinate. X coordinate on the x-axis and y coordinate on the y-axis. Now, do you remember what do we call this point? Yes, that's correct. It's the origin, 0, 0. Now let's take this point on the x-axis. Do you know how can I read this point? Remember, it's directly on the x-axis, right? So it cannot move up. It's stuck there on the x-axis. So how do I read it? Yes, I start from 0, which is the origin, right? And this is directly on the x-axis, right? 2, 0. What about a point on the y-axis, right? What about this point? Now, for this point, it's the x-axis again, which is 0, and then you go up 5 units to reach this point on the y-axis, and this ordered pair is 0, 5. Did you see the difference between a point on the x-axis and the point on the y-axis? Very good. Now, how can I write the ordered pair for this point? Yes, I will first match the x coordinate on the x-axis and then match the y coordinate on the y-axis. So what did you get? 6, 4. It's not 4, 6. There's a difference between them. 6, 4. Now try to do these numbers on your own. Take a few seconds, write down the ordered pairs. Very good, you are so fast. 7, 3, 0, 4, and 1, 8. Good job. Now let's do this on your own. Again, you can use your math notebook, or you can have a look at the coordinate grid and you can orally tell the ordered pairs. Adam's house is located 5 units to the right and 3 units up from the origin. First, we will do part A. What's the ordered pair for Adam's house? Now, I'll give you a hint. You have to start from the origin because the question says that you have to start from here, and then you will move according to these directions. Remember, we said that a coordinate grid acts like a map, right? Where is my origin? Yes, it's here. So can you go now 5 units to the right and 3 units up? Where's the point? Yes, 5 units to the right and then 3 units up, and this is the point. This is Adam's house. What's the ordered pair? Just read them. 5, 3. Excellent. Now let's do part B. Kim's house, now this is a different house, it's Kim's house, is located 2 units to the right and 4 units up from Adam's house. So my starting location is Adam's house. I'll start from here. Okay, there's the beginning point or the starting point. In the first part, I started from the origin. In the second part, I'm starting from Adam's house. So let me stand here now. I'm right there. Now how will I move? Can you help me? 2 units to the right. This is what it says. Where's my right side? Is it this way or that way? Or up way or down way? Yes, the right side is here. 2 units or 2 blocks. 1, 2, right? And then 4 units up. Let's go up. 4 units, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. And I will put the point right here. This is Kim's house. Can you read now the ordered pair? Just match the axis, right? And this is 7, 7. I'm really proud of you, my dear students. You did a great job by being attentive and listening carefully to all of the instructions given in the lessons, trying to solve as many questions as you could. You are really super special and intelligent students. Now, the more you practice, the better math skills you get. Kindly solve this worksheet. It's very important. It's attached in the Class Dojo. Picture your answers and send me to Class Dojo today by 10 p.m. I will post the answer keys tomorrow morning, May 12, before the Socrative task. Now, let me really give you a big hand of applause to my dear and special students for being very respectful, for being very helpful, very kind, very energetic during these weeks, for being very happy, very positive. I really felt how positive you were by sending me your pictures, your answers to the math lessons. Most of you were really excellent communicators with me during all this time. I really appreciate all of this student. I really wish you all the best. And as I promised, by the end of this week, we will enjoy nice time together. So again, let me give you this big hand of applause. And I wish you all the best. Stay safe, stay healthy and calm, stay happy. All the best and see you very soon. Bye bye.